All right, final round 20, XX, that's what we're doing. And we have first, second, and third for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And right now, it's a really funny situation because two of these gentlemen have been here before, and they were in the winner side. But this time, they're on the kind of salty side, but still great players and still champions. So we're gonna start off with you first, champ. How do you feel? Everything went down. How do you feel about your match? How do you feel about you as a player?
First of all, I'm very grateful and fortunate to actually attend final round. You know, the staff has been amazing. Larry's always been so nice and taking care of me, you know, and all the players. It was a really nice venue. Now, I don't know if anybody can ever complain about space anymore. We're actually super comfortable this year, so I'm very grateful that the final round staff actually, you know, are aiming to improve their events every year, so that's why I keep coming here, and a lot of people. So as far as Marvel is concerned, I did take a long break to focus on Street Fighter for CBT last year and this year, but I decided to, you know, to support the game because due to the EVO fundraiser, you know, it kind of brought a lot of life to the game, and you know, I have to show my support to the game that I truly love. You know, I love Marvel and I love the Marvel community. I met amazing people throughout the last 6 years of the game. So I think I at least enter and support it. Plus, I can't really miss a Marvel tournament for final round. You know, it's always been hype. The crowd is amazing. So as far as like my player accomplishments, I think lately I've been mostly focusing on Street Fighter and trying to figure out more marketing and social media aspects of gaming. So I want to promote gaming to a broader audience. So that's what I've been doing. Shout outs to Bud Light and Splice. So they've been really awesome supporting fighting games.
All right, Chris, where you at?
All right. First of all, I didn't register on time, so I definitely had to. Had to hold the door signups. But you know, after all was said and done, I did get put in one of the hardest pools of Street Fighter, and the hardest pool in Marvel, and. At some point, you know, it's my fault, obviously. You know, I can't complain. I did have to hold that. But personally, I felt like I did really good, actually. Yes. In Street Fighter, you know, I've been putting a lot of work, you know, trying to not focus on the Marvel aspect of things anymore. But, you know, I enter because I just love the game. I did get 9th. You know, I beat Tokido, I beat Problem X, you know, I beat a bunch of people. You know, I was just one game short of top 8, which is perfectly fine. And then afterwards, I just switched all my attention back to Marvel. You know, it is really hard just to go back and forth. And especially since I already knew I was in this pool, I was like, all right, I'll just get put in the losers. And then
Hope
on Street Fighter.
we can figure it out later.
Yeah, exactly. So I focused on Street Fighter, did really good. And then after I lost, I went back to Marvel, and they're like, all right, you got to, you know, make it to top 8, and I actually it's been a while since I made like grand finals of Marvel lately. You know, I'm not doing so good, but you know, I'm glad to be in top 8. I'm glad to do my thing. I'm glad, you know, even Champ. I'm glad he came back. You know, I'm glad he made top 3.
I don't even know how. It's like every match that I played in pools, I was down 2-0. And like the first 3 games, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to lose to this guy. And I started hating myself even more, and I just randomly come back. But yeah, it was really fun atmosphere. Everybody's very supportive, you know. It's really nice to see Ryan playing so well, and it's very, you know, very sick because I know this kid for so long now, and I was watching his progression. And it was really nice to see, you know, that he's putting a lot of work.
It finally blossomed.
Yeah, it definitely, you know, well deserved. So, you know. There's no hate or animosity. It's like a lot of people are like, oh, you know, maybe you should money match. It's like, see, the thing is, I actually like the guy. Like, it's really hard to play a high stakes money match with somebody with no emotions.
Yeah,
right?
no beef.
Because I want to take. It's like so there's an extra motivation for me to take your money, right? It's like I hate this guy.
And I'm
KBR,
taking your
Like
money.
the needle thing, you know, like,
right?
damn,
I hate
screw
this guy.
that
I'm
guy.
about to take all your money, dude. Trust me. But it's really hard to get motivated. Something that I feel like, you know, I have no
Yeah. When you have a mutual liking to that person, it's like, I don't want to come at you that hard, but at the same time, I respect you as a player. And it's good to see you grow.
Yes, I do. I definitely respect that. He's growing, and that's the best thing to see. Like, next generation players are progressing and winning events like final round. That's a very big deal, and
yeah, exactly.
It's a very big deal. So
we're playing the game. Like, even Eduardo entered, right?
Yeah,
so we're still playing the game. We're still trying to do our best, and like for the longest, the new guys, they still haven't stepped it up. Like at some point, you're like, wait, you guys are playing, and we're just focusing on Street Fighter, and we're still mopping you up. And then here comes this guy,
finally,
and he's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm tired of losing.
Finally,
I want to beat the hell out of these guys. So it is good that this third, second, and now the new blood is finally coming up and beating everybody.
That's good.
The last step is obviously Evo. Like, if he can actually make top 8, if he can actually pull off the win, it'd be well deserved.
They put like giant weights.
Very.
On
Right. Yeah, that's the other.
Hey man, look, we did our thing.
So basically, they're passing the buck to you. So. How do you feel? Are you still jittery? Are you still, because you at the edge of the table. You at the edge of the chair.
I'm not jittery right now. I was jittery coming in here, but this is actually my first final round.
Oh really?
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
first time even coming to Georgia too. So first final round, first time playing FChamp in tournament. I was hoping I'd get to play PR Balrog, but that didn't.
He would have dive kicked the hell out of
you. Yeah, I saw some of his matches on stream, and it's too crazy for me to handle, I think. I don't know if I'd be able to handle it, but I was actually a little intimidated of coming here, because you always hear stories of final round every year. It's like the rowdiest tournament.
Oh, it's the craziest.
Yeah, I've never played in a crowd like this. Even when I was at Winter Brawl, like 2 or 3 days ago, the crowd was louder than any I've ever seen.
Okay.
So it really helped level up my mental game, or test my mental game, I should say.
Toughen you up a bit more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude, you don't even understand the type of heckling I had to do with. So I go here and if you ever fight an ATL local, and you
get
guys
ready
on the
for
stage,
it.
it's about to be a long day for you. Like, it was really hard. So going to final round throughout the years, I got stronger mentally because I learned how to silence those. those
without the help, without the headphones.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying like, oh, that's not fair. But it's like, no, that's fair, because when you go to a sports event, the home team advantage. The home team should have an advantage, and they should root for the local guys, right? So you're the away guy coming there trying to win the tournament, so it makes sense. Like, ChrisG had to deal with that so much.
I mean, my first final round, I got put in losers first match, and then I came back and I won the tournament. And the whole entire time you got people booing me, but at some point I'm like, I'm gonna shut you up, I'm gonna shut you up, ATL, you whack. And
as long as you get the prize, they can't say nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
They gotta respect you. All right. Now, during this being your first tournament, your first major, congratulations.
Thank you.
During this process, you said that you toughened up. Okay, this definitely helps you. But as for the game, like technical points, what did you learn from these two while you were playing and on the tournament level?
Well, fighting ChrisG, he reset the bracket on me. I don't consider myself the strongest person mentally when it comes to keeping composure and things like that. Every time I'm in grand finals, if the bracket resets, I'm pretty much done. I can't come back.
So basically the glass shatters.
Yeah, I just panic.
But you knuckled this one out. So what happened? What happened different this time?
I was because it happened at Combo Breaker. I was up 2-0, and then Terry Bogard came back and reset, and I was finished right there. But this time, I just sat down. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna let the same thing happen again. I just have to remember to keep my game plan and just stick to it.
I suck.
Right. Now, Champ, what's his next step? What should he do next? What's the next step immediately after this?
Oh, I think he's in the right path, because I think winning final round is a big deal. It's definitely one of the biggest tournaments in the world, and I think the next step is obvious. He just needs to close it out at EVO,
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only thing missing, or at least get top 3 at EVO.
Okay.
Or the Marvel circuit too. Right?
Yeah, the Marvel circuit. Get all the points. Get the prize, solidify yourself as one of the gods.
Don't worry about the Marvel circuit. You got to worry about EVO.
Yeah, that's what I'm
KBR and Dumb.
Yeah.
they're still doing their thing, but you could tell that like other people are stepping up and
Right.
stepping over them, and like me, I'm still just. Whenever I even make top 3 at this point, I'm just like, all right, and,
Like, I'm in here now.
I got to shoot like 30 people before I made it to top 3 and then lost afterwards. It's like at some point, I'm just like, beat me. Like, just beat me. Just put me out of my misery,
Like, when you beat me, then you can talk about it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
until you beat me, I'm gonna need you to shut up.
And this guy, he's doing exactly that. So as much as I'm salty, as much as I hope this guy loses every tournament, but at some point you have to respect him. Like, he's doing his thing, and he's actually gonna keep winning.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, that's what's up. All right, now final question. Anybody can jump in whenever they want to. What does final round mean to you? Now, I understand this is your first one, so I'm gonna have you chill for a second. But you two guys, what does final round mean to you?
Okay, I guess I'll start first. This was one of my big breaks. Besides for CEO, final round was definitely like, who is ChrisG? And making top 8, here and there in different games, and having to deal with the heckling, having to deal with people boo me, all that like, especially in the other venues, everything was tighter. So like, when people were heckling, you
can feel the vibration.
Yeah, there was a lot of hate, and like like when I had lost to Mihei, right? What was that? That was a long time ago.
2012.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
And
nice.
and after that, I was like, okay, so this is what it feels like to feel like crap, like while they're attacking you, So like the next final rounds, I started to get tougher, and you just turn into a new person. You get that shining armor, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna beat these Japanese people. I'm gonna beat these guys in Marvel. Anybody who comes at my way.
You touch that stick, you dying.
Yeah, exactly. And I definitely enjoy being here.
Okay.
Going to Spondovitz, chilling with everybody, and it's a family. That's what it is. At the end of the day, as much as we play each other, as much as we hate each other in the game, right afterwards, we're gonna go eat together. We're gonna go chill together. We're all gonna have a good time, and that's pretty much what final round at Atlanta is all about, anyway. So, I enjoy myself.
That's what's up.
I think to me, final round means a lot of different things. I actually owe my EVO performances throughout the last 5 years through final round, because that was when I went to final round in 2012. Even though I've been coming here since 2010, I lost in top 8 against Kusoru, and he, Japanese guy's a genius in those anime games, and he actually surprised me with anti-Phoenix. Like, I'd never seen before. Like, wow, that's kind of crazy, and all the crowd went nuts, obviously. But since all the crowd were heckling or all talking shit about that made me more tougher, because I was already tough mentally on dealing with the crowd, but then the final round crowd is just on a whole new different level at that time, and then it was perfect timing. So when I went to EVO, I got a lot more stronger mentally, because now it's like, I think I've seen it already.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't think,
unprepared.
yeah, so like by me losing in final round, it helped me like practice my weaknesses in a sense, right? And so to improve as a player overall, I also see final round as like the beginning of like the entire FGC year. So I feel like everything starts in final round. Everything resets again from final round. I mean, sure, I'm so happy that it's actually the start of Pro Tour, which is very deserving. And I think like there's only very few events that are actually deserving of a different tier of points. Actually, final round should have a different tier of points when it comes to Pro Tour, because it's a very hard tournament to win in any game. So I definitely owe that to the staff final round and their credibility as a tournament. I also enjoy like seeing all my friends that I met in gaming here. We all like bicker and all like talk shit, smack talk, and we all like pop offs here and there. But right after that, you see them shake each other's hand, go have a meal, like Chris said, and it's just there was never a time that anybody's worried that they're about to fight, despite how high the emotions were. the fight was only in the game.
Right. It's just on the screen.
It's just on the screen, and but you see everybody's face so passionate, about that match, right?
Yeah.
And then right after it, they shake each other's hand, like K-Red and Wolf Pro. Right after it, they shake.
It's still a good game.
It's still a game at the end of the day, and that's what fighting games are all about. And I'm glad the final round gets to show that time and time again, and it's really amazing event.
It can be extremely emotional, extremely competitive, but at the end of the day, you still have two people who have to respect you.
Yes.
All right, Ryan. I know this is your first time, but what does final round mean to you?
It really shows how passionate and just invested this community is with its own games and everything. I've never seen any scene so loud, and I mean they're loud, but why are they loud? Because they're so into the game, they're so passionate about everything that's going on. Even sitting down watching the Marvel stream yesterday, we weren't even on the main stage. There was still a huge crowd of us there, just all having a good time, just watching, cheering, freaking out, things like that. It's really crazy to think that you can have a tournament that's as hype as EVO, but it's not EVO. I feel like other tournaments lack that. Like I went to SCR, everyone's like,
there's not like that. West Coast crowds are very, very quiet.
Maybe a little bit reserved.
A lot of golf clapping,
Yeah.
So I'm from there, and that's why it's like, oh God, nobody's really gonna cheer. This is like, that's it. That's just how it is,
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to like here and Philly, it's about to go nuts.
Yeah, Philly is the same way, but I've never been there. But
I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a chance coming up very soon.
Oh yeah,
Travel.
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem in West Coast when I'm the loudest person there. and it's weird, man.
It's gonna be so boring going back there now.
But still, man, I mean,
and
it's just like, it's not even about being loud. It's just like, I'm just there, just like,
It's just expressing your emotions.
Yeah.
Different people do it the same way. It's not to say that the West is like less emotional. It's just how they choose to express.
How they express themselves is really different, right?
But keep in mind, West Coast, East Coast. If you're in my situation in Japan, we still all play games and we're still all family.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna end it like that. Let these boys go. Thank you very much. Final round 20XX.